Morning. So this morning Dad is spraying more corn ground. I'm putting on some more 28 side dressing. BJ is working on that drive-through auger that quit the other day. And we're all trying to do it without melting. I feel like BJ is going to have the tougher time there. Because last I checked, the sprayer had a pretty good AC and Challenger does too. Supposed to be 96 today. 90% humidity. Cheers. So we have about 100 acres in that field we're going back to. Now I don't think we'll be able to do all of it. So what I'll probably I say that because there's a big wet spot. There's probably 30 acres that are too wet for us to get through with this. So what I'll probably do, part of that is the end rows. I'll probably work down to that spot and then just pull out of there. And if nothing else, Dad will hit it with the Y drops next week when it dries out. We're supposed to get rain this evening, a storm, and after that, it's supposed to turn dry. So I don't want to track it up too bad with this. I don't want to get this thing stuck out there. And I'd also like to see what the Y drops do in comparison with this. So those of you that don't know, this is a Nutramax side dress bar from Underforth. Basically, this blade drives around or cuts a hole or trench. This squirts 28 down in it. We've been side dressing for years, but we've always used our sprayer down there, right there. Still going to do that some this year, and that is the plan going forward. We just wanted to try this out. We've never ran one, but what we've always done is just drug a hose and just sprinkle 28 on the ground. This year we bought Y drops. Y drops have two hoses. They go through the trench like this in a Y shape and sprinkle 28 on right at the root base. So that's supposed to be a big improvement. It costs a lot of money. It better be a big improvement. But you can also get Y drops for this. So I really like that idea of putting some here in the middle and then also split applying, putting some on each side. I think that would be a really good way of going about it. This unit just wasn't equipped that way, but I think that would be a pretty awesome setup. All right, we are loaded into the field. Man, it is hot. Almost went into shock getting in this tractor. Windows are all fogged up. So with this field, if you've missed yesterday's video, is planted this way and this way. So we're at the beginning of the rows going this way. I know, confusing. We have a few rows to do over there though. So I'm going to take an AB line that we've already applied down, hit an AB line that we've already applied down that way to the point rows. We only have a few rows clear back there in that corner. And I'm trying to get there without running over a whole lot of corn. Some of it's going to get run over probably, but should be minimal. Don't worry about those little guys. They're dead. Getting a little steamy out here, fogging up a little bit. But I set this bar down to spread out the weight deadheading down here. I think our pass to pass is pretty freaking good. Within an inch of that line right there. That's what we want. That's RTK. It's like lunch is being brought to the field. BJ must took a break, went and got us all some sandwiches, so stop up here and get the important stuff. Felt like I was going to wither away to nothing. Hopefully he's got something to drink other than coffee. When it's this hot, I actually want to drink some water. Alright, we got done what we were going to do up there. We still have a little bit of 28 in the tank, but we are going to stop and fill up because we do not have enough to do the next field. Now even when we fill up, we won't have enough, but we might as well go down there with a full tank. We could do this field in 2 fill-ups, so trying to limit the amount of time we have to leave that field just tracks up more corn. Looks like we need some dinosaur bones too. That is not your spot. That is not where that goes. So our wheat agronomist said about, oh, he said probably 4 or 5 days ago, we had 2 weeks on this wheat. So sometime in the next 10 days, we'll probably be doing wheat. It's like Dad's filling up. That's one nice thing about side dressing with the tractor. We're getting 2 things done at once. I mean, he's getting spraying done on the corn, and I'm getting fertilizing done on the corn. Whereas normally we would just have to finish corn, sprayer, and then immediately put the drops on and go right back to doing corn. So that part's nice. So Dad is going right to the field that I just left. Post spray it. Now, I have not done the end rows. There were a few wet spots in those end rows, so Dad'll probably do those with the drop nozzles later once they dry out, so we don't track that field up anymore when we have to. That's the target right there. This is where Dad was spraying yesterday. Total, there's like a 20-acre field and a 160-acre field, so we're gonna be here a little bit. Nice big field, pretty decent sized rows, so it'll go a little quicker. Beans are starting to look good, getting all bushy and branched out. A lot of people have asked how we like the Avatar. I do plan on doing a review video on that at some point, but overall we like it pretty well. You just have to know the differences between it and a planter. So up here you can tell that, well, we probably should have burnt these corn stalks. A little too thick, and well, the corn didn't like it. It didn't grow. Right there's no stalks, and we got a little bit of corn, but yeah, didn't make it. So one thing that's pretty cool about this blockage monitor system, now normally there would just be a set of flow balls out there, which is simpler, but you're also getting less less reading from that. So here I can click on each row. Row 19, right now we are putting on 31.3, 30.7. Our goal is 30 gallons per acre. I can see exactly what each row is doing. Like this one's over applying a little bit. We're at 34 gallons there. It's pretty neat to be able to see all that stuff. It will beep at me if one of them plugs up. There's like basically it knows my goal at 30. And it will, basically it knows the goal rate is 30 and there's a percentage of overage and under, and it'll beep at me for either one of them. Pretty neat, but so far we have yet to plug up one, so we'll probably plug up a bunch of them now that I've said that, but so far so good. Well, we ran out. Unfortunately, we ran out after we had turned around. I probably should have been paying a little bit better attention to that, but I really wanted to run it out, make sure our rates jived with what they should be. And yeah, we were within an acre where we should have been, so that was good. But did 88 acres there, so heading back to fill up. I guess come back down and do some more. Now Dax does have a baseball game tonight, and we are in the losers bracket. This is the tournament, and this could be the last one, so I better go to it. And we'll get filled up and get everything ready so we can come back and run out another tank tonight. That's my goal. But here you can see my one complaint with our Avatar. Just got to keep in mind when you have an air drill that when you put it down, seat does not instantly fall out of it. And that was a lesson that took a while to learn. It just seems like it takes a little bit longer than even other air drills. I don't know. Dad claimed that when they had an air drill, they never had that problem. I don't know. Maybe I can crank up my fan speed. I don't know. This field here, there's a couple places like that. You can tell where I ran out up here. There's a big blank in it where I filled up and then came back. Not used to that. And I hate seeing bare dirt where there should be beans. Like right there's where I ran out. Then there's another one over there. I don't even know what that one's from. Other than that, I really like the Avatar. All right, we are full. That took a whopping 40 minutes. I think we need a different pump, but I'm gonna pull this over here, help Dad shuttle the sprayer around, and go check out a baseball game. So hopefully we'll be back and it's not raining. But there is a thunderstorm watch just because it's so humid, so it's hard to tell. It might blow up another one. We really don't know yet. Hey! What are you doing? Morning! So we're gonna hop back in this thing and we're gonna do some more side dressing, folks. You notice the pattern here? I think I selected the wrong one. So last night when I ran out, I did not realize that I was running out, and we only applied about a half a rate on this pass. So I think what I'm going to do is turn around and put on like an extra 10 gallons on this whole pass. Maybe it ain't worth doing, but I feel like we're going to be able to definitely tell where I ran out at. That's going to drive us crazy, so we'll do it. It's pretty tall corn to be running through, but it's not breaking off, so we're still sending it. I don't know how much taller we could go, but we'd probably go a little bit. I'm glad we're not having to wait though. A little bit of a little bit of water issues here. So some of this might make corn, but it's hurting. It's definitely struggling. There's not going to be 300 bushel corn here. Here's to not getting stuck. So we did turn off our master switch. We are not applying, but we did go straight through that mud hole. Switch back on, bar back down. There we go. So we're in some really short point rows, and basically if I didn't go through that mud hole, none of this corn was going to get fertilizer on it. So I just sent it. Right or wrong, made a judgment call. Now, what do other people do on their headlands? Like, I don't lift the bar all the way up. I leave it to where it's just at the top of the corn. And then when I pull into my pass, I don't put my bar completely down until I'm completely lined up. That way the bar's not running over any more corn than it has to. So like this, for example, we are completely lined up now. We're not running over any corn. The bar starts putting on fertilizer as soon as we cross into the uncovered area, but it's just sprinkling on top of the ground. I figure that's better than all those blades running over corn. No one taught me that. No one told me that. I just did it. I don't know if that's what everyone else does. Made sense to me. I don't like seeing that part of it, I guess. So I just went ahead and decided to do the end rows on this field. I was going to have Dad do them in the sprayer, but this field's pretty square or rectangular. Nice straight long pass for a mile on each side, and then the ends are a little jagged, but not terrible. So some of the fields that have a lot of point rows, since we're going to be side dressing with the sprayer anyways, I just told Dad, hey, I'm going to run over a lot of corn here. You're going to be in the area anyways. So he's just going to do those ones. But this one, not too bad. Now there's another 160 acre field down. We're going to go fill up, get over to a 100 acre bottom field. Actually, we got to come back and do this first, maybe. Might go do that bottom field first. There's old George. Looks like he found him an air conditioned job today. So a lot of people ask about George. George is pretty well retired. He doesn't drive for us anymore. He still mows and stuff like that, but not really, you know, kind of at his leisure. So right now he's bush hogging. Nice air conditioned job. He can take him a little bit of a nap. Well, maybe not. Probably would though. We gonna sink? That's some pretty fresh sand. Packing her down there pretty good now. I don't know if you can tell, but Dad must have been trying to cram more corn in each row because it's awful crooked right here. I don't know why. He had GPS. Something must have kicked out or must have lost satellite for a minute or something. I don't know. But I'm steering these rounds because basically my GPS will make me go straight, but the corn is not straight, so I'm gonna have to steer manually for a little while. How am I gonna watch TikTok? Terrible. We'll get through it. Another load down. So that's it for today, folks. I am putting this thing back in the shed. We're gonna rinse it off. Gonna get us some other stuff today. We have no rain in the forecast for the next 14 days, so it's kind of disheartening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. So just like yesterday, we're gonna try to have another video tomorrow so we can get caught up and get wheat harvest close to live. We did not get a start today, unfortunately. It is in the plans in the immediate future, but today was not the day. Thanks for watching. Do us a favor, thumbs up the video if you're enjoying the content, and leave us a comment. We'll see you in the next one.